Here's what's making news at midday. Finally, a break in the University of Idaho murders. We'll have the latest. Also, the House Ways and Means Committee releases former President Trump's tax returns. We'll have the red flags the panel says it found and reaction from the former president. Hello, everybody. Thanks for joining us on this New Year's Eve. Mark is on vacation today. Let's head over to the Weather Center. Meteorologist Kelly Slifka has a look at the forecast, and it feels cooler today than it did yesterday, Kelly.
Yeah, of course, yesterday was just unusually warm. In fact, we broke a record getting up to 55. Obviously, we melted a lot of the snow here in the backyard. Now we're trying to get a little bit of sun out here, but it's really not going to warm us up because we've got some colder air moving in behind the cold front that arrived just after midnight, and temperatures have been falling off. And you can see they continue to tail off areas to the west, so we may rise another degree or two here in Madison, and that's simply because of the sun. We can see some cooler air working in from the west with those westerly winds. Right now, nothing really to be concerned with as far as any kind of precipitation. The clouds will try to break up a little bit here over the next couple of hours, but it will be a cooler afternoon, but still running above average. Headed out this evening, no problems. We'll start to see some more clouds rolling in overnight, and by tomorrow morning, can't rule out a little bit of fog developing tomorrow morning. Right now, our visible satellite, we are seeing a little bit of sunshine. You can see that darker shading. That's indicating the sun trying to break through some of these clouds. So we'll call it partly cloudy. Partly to mostly cloudy, temperatures in the lower 30s this afternoon. We'll watch another storm system that'll bring us a chance of a shower just about as we're ringing in the new year, and also a bigger storm system next week. We'll talk about that coming up.
All right, Kelly, we'll check back in just a little bit. Thank you so much. Topping our news this noon and breaking now, a 25-year-old man has been arrested in the Pocono Mountains of Pennsylvania in connection with the Moscow, Idaho college murders. Law enforcement sources tell CBS News. Authorities knew who they were looking for and had tracked down the man to Pennsylvania. A SWAT team entered the location that he was staying in order to take him into custody earlier today. A news conference on this will be held at 3 o'clock this afternoon local time, and we will have much more on the story tonight on our news at 5 o'clock. Madison police say more than a dozen shell casings were found in a north side neighborhood after gunshots were heard yesterday afternoon. Police say multiple callers reported hearing the shots on Northridge Terrace off of Northport Drive at about 4:30 yesterday afternoon. When they got to the scene, officers found the shell casings but did not find any property damage, and no injuries were reported. An apartment building in downtown Madison had to be evacuated overnight due to a carbon monoxide leak. The Madison Fire Department says it was called to the building at 510 West Washington Avenue at 11:44 p.m. last night to investigate a carbon monoxide alarm. At first, they thought the source may have been the underground parking garage, with exhaust fumes accumulating there and spreading through the building due to the underground ventilation system. But they were ultimately unable to definitively prove that the garage was the source of the carbon monoxide. The Democrat-led House Ways and Means Committee has released 6 years of Donald Trump's personal and business tax returns. Skylar Henry has the latest from Washington.
6 years of tax returns belonging to former President Donald Trump that wheeled through the U.S. Capitol in boxes last week were released online by the House Ways and Means Committee Friday morning. Congressional analysis of personal and business tax forms from 2015 to 2020 revealed the former first family reported more losses than gains in 6 years since 2015. And Trump paid only $750 in federal taxes in 2016 and 17 and nothing in 2020.
I've been under audit for so many years. Every year I get audited.
But last week, the Ways and Means Committee issued a report that found the IRS did not do the mandatory presidential audits of Mr. Trump during his first 2 years in office and never completed any audits while he served. Congress's nonpartisan Joint Committee on Taxation found multiple red flags in Trump's tax returns, including his carryover losses and deductions tied to conservation and charitable donations. They're also looking at loans to his children that could be taxable gifts.
Mr. Chairman, on this vote, I have 24 yeas 16 noes.
The committee voted down party lines to make the former president's tax returns public, a move he fought for more than 3 years, attempting to keep his finances private, breaking decades of political norms when he refused to voluntarily release his tax returns. In a statement sent to CBS News, Trump said the release shows, quote, how proudly successful I have been. He also criticized Democrats for releasing it and the Supreme Court for approving the release. Skyler Henry, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
Flags outside of FIFA's headquarters in Zurich, Switzerland were at half-staff today in honor of Pele. Soccer fans around the world are united in mourning after the death of the Brazilian great at the age of 82, with tributes pouring in for the player who defined his sport and inspired generations. Brazil's government declared 3 days of mourning. Passengers arriving at the Southwest Airlines terminal at LAX this morning were greeted by arrival and departure boards showing mostly on-time flights after days of cancellations and delays.
Little stressed, to be honest, but in all due reality, I thought against the odds of weather, right? A lot of things I think has been weather related. So going to Hawaii, I hope is a safe bet, Short of a tsunami or a hurricane, we should be good.
Lewis Wilson had an extended visit with his 12-year-old daughter who was visiting him from Kansas City. Her flight was canceled and she was rebooked at extra cost on the flight today.
I called them and I had to pay another $150 to have it rescheduled. And I asked the girl, I said, why is this my fault? Why am I going to have to pay for it? And then she was like, well, that's just our policy.
The Dallas carrier, which had canceled thousands of flights every day this week after a winter storm last weekend, reported less than 40 cancellations today. While that was still more than United, American, and Delta combined, it is a step back from one of the most chaotic weeks in aviation history for a single airline. Federal regulators have vowed a rigorous review of what happened at Southwest. Well, stay with us. There's more to come today on News 3 Now at noon. When we come back, we'll take you to the top travel destinations of the past year. You're not going to want to miss these when News 3 Now at noon continues.
You're watching News 3 Now at noon.
It's the Portage Furniture Store's New Year's sale on now. Get top name brands of furniture for every room in your house, with hundreds of Lazy Boy recliners in stock starting at $3.99 and always free delivery. The Portage Furniture Store's New Year's sale, open New Year's Day 11 to 4.
We asked people to give their honest feedback on how wrinkles around their eye area and under-eye puffiness looked after trying Tint and Tighten for the first time.
So with foundation, normally it just kind of, you just cover up and conceal things. But with Tint and Tighten, it actually changes the way the skin looks. The lines are actually gone. So you don't get any of that buildup within them and the creases that you normally would see when you wear foundation.
40s is a bit of a shocker for me because 40s, I noticed the skin under my eye is getting very loose. And then 50s hit. And I'm 54, and I really noticed the difference in the firmness of my skin here, and especially here. I'm glad there's products like Tint and Tighten out there so that I can just put this on and not worry about what I didn't do in my 40s, my 30s, and my 20s, and it looks like I always have. It's a pleasure, and it's actually a gift for anyone.
Tint and Tighten shrinks under-eye puffiness, smooths out wrinkles and fine lines around the eye area, and provides tinted coverage to hide dark circles and skin imperfections, making you look fresh and younger. Tint and Tighten is the only cosmetic that blends a beautiful tinted cream to cover uneven skin tone and dark circles with silicate technology that smooths out under-eye puffiness and wrinkles, making the skin around your eye area look flawless for up to 8 hours.
I will be turning 59 in June of this year. Using Tint and Tighten, for me, I'm actually very confident right now that my wrinkles won't be as obvious. It is giving me the support that I think reminds me that I'm at my best right now.
Finally, there's a tinted eye cream to cover dark circles and uneven skin tone. And since Tint and Tighten works in 10 minutes and lasts up to 8 hours, you can look your best without getting injections or fillers. Get beautiful, lightweight, tinted coverage, plus that smoother, younger, wrinkle-free look from years past in 10 minutes. A look that will make you feel beautiful and confident. Try it this new year for only $19.95. Plus, get free shipping and handling. Visit tintandtighten.com or call the number on your screen.
News 3 Now is always on.
Download the Channel 3000 app and you'll have access to the News 3 Now newsroom in the palm of your hand.
The Channel 3000 app. Get it now.
Powered by News 3 Now.
It's the Portage Furniture Store's New Year's sale on now. Get top name brands of furniture for every room in your house with a large selection of in-stock inventory of power lift chairs and always free delivery. The Portage Furniture Store's New Year's sale. Open New Year's Day 11 to 4.
An estimated 80 million Americans will travel this New Year's weekend, according to Wallet Hub, with just under half expected to drive to their destination. Around 360 million glasses of sparkling wine or champagne are likely to be consumed as the new year is rung in, with 37% of Americans expected to attend parties. Meanwhile, 17% of Americans don't plan to celebrate at all. Tonight, Mega Millions will offer its largest end-of-the-year jackpot ever at a whopping $640 million. This is the sixth time the prize has ever climbed past the $600 million mark. Though last July, one lucky winner in Illinois won $1.3 billion. The cash option for tonight's drawing is just over $328 million.
Yeah.
In New York's first legal marijuana shop is open for business nearly 2 years after recreational marijuana was greenlit in the state. The man in charge of the shop in Lower Manhattan says 2,000 people RSVP'd for Thursday's opening day. Officials expect more of the state's 36 licensed shops to open over the next few weeks. That's your CBS News Money Watch report. For more, log on to cbsmoneywatch.com. At the CBS Broadcast Center, I'm Dan Lieberman.
Senior citizens and other Social Security recipients will start getting a larger monthly benefit in January. The 8.7% annual cost of living adjustment is aimed at helping them cope with high inflation. It is the largest increase in more than 40 years. It will boost retirees' monthly payments by more than $140 to an average of roughly $1,827 for 2023. About 70 million people will see the increase, which follows a 5.9% adjustment for 2022. Let's see how stocks are faring at the noon hour. The Dow is down almost 200 points. The Nasdaq is off 84, and the S&P 500 is down almost 26. Our call for action volunteers are in the building today. There's Steve. He's working today. Steve and I are about the only two people in the building. Almost everybody is off this week, but he is there taking your consumer complaints and taking action on your behalf. If you need help, give him a call. A reminder, the volunteers are here every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. You can call for action 608-270-2833 or submit a claim anytime at channel3000.com/call for action. We'll have today's ag prices when we come back, along with Kelly's holiday weekend forecast. And then coming up tonight on News 3 Now at 5, political reporter Will Keneally asked Wisconsin politicians what they listen to in their free time. We'll have their answers coming up tonight at 5.
Ashley is having its biggest New Year's mattress sale ever. This weekend only. Save over $1,300 instantly on Beauty Rest Select mattresses. Or get 5 years no-interest financing on all Purple and Tempur-Pedic mattresses. Happening this weekend only at Ashley.
The holidays are for making memories. And you can count on Honda to help you make them. Whether it's in a capable Ridgeline, adventurous CRV, a rugged Passport, or a dynamic Pilot. Start making memories of your own with a new Honda during Happy Honda Days. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer today.
It's Steinhaffel's winter mattress sale. Nestle in for a good night's sleep on a new Tempur-Pedic mattress. You'll sleep soundly when you pay only $45 per month with Steinhaffel's 72-month financing. Tempur-Pedic mattresses are designed to make aches and pains a thing of the past by relieving pressure points and supporting you as no other mattress can. The winter mattress sale, only at Steinhaffel's and steinhaffels.com. Relax, it's Steinhaffel's.
It's a foodie's paradise in this month's Madison magazine. Explore our editor's list of restaurants and chefs transforming the local dining scene. Then create an indoor Eden with our Homebody's Guide to Houseplants. Madison magazine, online and on newsstands now.
Want to know right now what the weather will be like tomorrow? Download the First Warn Weather app and you'll get my customized forecast for tonight and tomorrow.
The First Warn Weather app. Get it now. Powered by News 3 Now.
Ashley is having its biggest New Year's sale ever. This weekend only. Save up to 85% off furniture. Plus, take an additional 10% off when you spend $2,000 or more. And free platinum delivery. This weekend only at Ashley.
News 3 Now's Call for Action team gets results.
We're taking action for you.
Nearly 700 cases closed. More than $500,000 recovered. And we're not finished yet. When you need help, call for action only on News 3 Now.
News 3 Now is taking action, reaching out to our community to lend a helping hand.
Taking action by teaming with our neighbors and local leaders to help make this amazing community we share a better place to live.
Taking action for South Central Wisconsin. News 3 Now.
The Farm Report is sponsored by Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Pam Yankee is off for the holidays. She'll be back with us later next week. Here are the farm numbers to wrap up the work week. Kelly Slifka is back now with the forecast. Not quite as mild today as it was yesterday, Kelly.
Yeah, it's hard to believe. Yesterday was 55, and then a week ago we were talking about snow and then the bitter cold. So, boy, have things changed just in a week's time, and we pretty much melted most of the snow here in the backyard and most of southern Wisconsin. Still some pretty good snows up in northern parts of the state. Right now, though, we are looking at temperatures that are cooler than yesterday. Of course, we've had that cold front that passed through just after midnight. So we've been steadily falling all night. We've kind of held around freezing for the last several hours, maybe rise a degree or two. We're expecting just a little bit of sunshine breaking through these clouds at times. But we're not going to rise a whole lot because you see those 20s off to our west. We have that westerly wind that's bringing in some of that colder air coming in from the west. Right now, it's only 26 in Sauk City. So we do have you can see on our visible satellite, a little bit of clearing trying to take place coming in from the south and west. That's that dark shading. And may see a little bit of sunshine for the afternoon hours. Temperatures still above average. And it looks like we're going to continue with a milder than average trend, not only this weekend, but really into next week. Now, we do have a slight possibility of a rain or snow shower just about the time we're ringing in the new year. It's not going to amount to too much. It's just something to be aware of if you're going to be headed out. Probably lasts maybe half an hour to an hour, and it's going to be very light. The more important storm system is coming in early next week. It looks like Monday night into Tuesday. We're going to be primarily on the warm side of it, and that could mean some rain, possibly getting some heavy rains at times. Some of that may change over to snow, but it looks like the snow amounts, at least for southern Wisconsin, would be fairly minimal. So temperatures over the next several days are going to continue to climb after being in the 30s today. We'll get up close to 40 tomorrow. We'll be in the lower 40s on New Year's Day, and then mid to upper 40s, and that's when that storm system will likely bring us some rain. On the backside of it, we drop our temperatures, but as you can see, our normal now is in the upper 20s, and we still got 30s next week, so that's still above average, but a little bit closer to average as it looks right now. Temperatures today will probably rise a degree or two, but that's about it. See a little bit of sunshine. It will be cooler this evening if you are headed out maybe for dinner. Need the jacket, but we are looking at quiet weather. Later tonight with the low-level moisture in place, and we're going to return to a southerly flow. Can't rule out some fog developing by tomorrow morning. Maybe a peak or two of sun in the afternoon. I'd call for more clouds than anything, but it should be dry even into the evening. Now, our future track not indicating much as we get toward the midnight hour, but there's still a possibility of a brief shower or sprinkle, maybe a snowflake mixed in, but it should be fairly mild. It looks like temperatures will be in the 30s as we bring in the new year, and only dropping down to 30 by New Year's morning. 42 on New Year's Day, so we're continuing to climb. It's going to be dry, maybe a peak or two of sun. Monday, most of the day dry. It really won't be until Monday night. We're going to see rain move in, maybe mixed in with a little bit of snow, especially areas to the north, and then it will switch over to all rain Tuesday before changing over to a little bit of light snow Tuesday night into Wednesday. It looks like amounts for us going to be pretty minimal. Looks like northern Wisconsin will get the brunt of this snow, and they could be talking about over 6 inches of snow. But temperature still above average right into next week and next weekend.
Very nice. All right, thank you, Kelly.
You're welcome.
Well, the world opened up to more travel in 2022, and tourists flocked to some incredible sights around the globe. Tourists around the world scratched that travel itch this year, from the storied streets of Europe to the shoreline of South America. China's Harbin Ice and Snow Festival kicked off winter fun, and camel safaris were the newest eco-friendly way to see wildlife in Kenya's national parks.
The more close to your nature, the more you understand it, the more you like it, and the less that you will not destroy it.
Ecotourism linked up with history in Brazil, with travelers following in the footsteps of evolutionary scientist Charles Darwin. Whether pampered or peculiar, this year's adventures provided more inspiration to get out and see the world in 2023. There were a number of big stories locally that were covered the past year. Our Chris Stanford brings us the 5 most clicked on stories of 2022 on channel3000.com.
Our 5th most clicked on story of the year, headed up north. Doctors want you to be aware of a unique illness. Posted right before the start of the gun deer season, a warning about blastomycosis, an infectious disease especially prevalent up north. Number 4. UWPD investigating after photos, video of UW volleyball team members shared without consent. In October, this story went viral and was picked up by national news outlets. The UW Athletic Department called it a significant and wrongful invasion of the student-athlete's privacy. Authorities have not arrested anyone in connection. Number 3. DATCAP confirms highly pathogenic bird flu in Jefferson County.
It's going to ripple negatively through that whole system, and that's a big concern.
Bird flu returned to Wisconsin in March. The case was found in commercial poultry flocks, the first case in the state since 2015. The virus would then spread to more than a dozen other state counties. Number 2. 3 local breweries named in the top 20 craft breweries. Here's a sign Wisconsin still loves beer. Our 2nd most popular story of the year showcased a trio of brewers recognized by the Brewers Association. Stevens Point Brewery ranked 18th in production. Minhas and Monroe, 17th. And New Glarus Brewing Company came in at number 12. And the top story of the year on channel3000.com, I was just amazed and really mad. Columbia County teens trophy buck stolen. Viral Facebook posts helps get deer back.
Yeah, I'm just excited to do more hunting now.
This story blew up online during the deer hunt. 15-year-old Garrett Dime shot the 22-point buck in Columbia County. Someone then stole it and had it processed. The skin and head were later returned. The sheriff's office was able to track down the suspects, and they were charged with theft and trespassing. They thanked the thousands of people who shared the story on social media. These were the top 5 articles of the year on channel3000.com. Our Chandler Halderson trial page topped them all, though, with 137,000 views. Another page got 240,000. That's our elections page. I'm Chris Stanford. Back to you.
Chris, thank you. And there's more to come today at noon. When we come back, we'll see what Howard's working on in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
While Christmas might be behind us, that doesn't mean all the holiday entertaining is over with, and we've got just the thing to help you out.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Don't miss the Smith Brothers Factory Authorized New Year's Sale on now at Wanakee Furniture ETC. Select from many styles on our showroom floor or custom order the Amish crafted furniture that's right for you.
Happy New Year!
Hi, I'm Jonathan Greenhut, the CEO of Plexiderm. And if you haven't tried Plexiderm, we've created the best offer yet with our New Year's Plexiderm 10-Minute Challenge. All it takes is 10 minutes to reduce the appearance of under-eye bags, wrinkles, and crow's feet. Even the 11 lines between your eyes are visibly gone in minutes. Plexiderm works so well that celebrities in Hollywood and people just like you feel years younger in minutes. This is why I'm letting people try it for only $14.95 this New Year at plexidermtrial.com.
So I've had under-eye bags for a very long time, and it sucks. I have spent so much money on tons of eye creams, eye gels. Finally, I tried something called Plexiderm, and I'm not joking. It works. When I do a collage and everything is done, it looks amazing. That is exactly how Plexiderm makes me feel. I put it on my face, and somehow, some way, I look together, which is amazing. I'm Jackie, and I took the Plexiderm 10-Minute Challenge, and so should you.
I'm Neela. I'm 61 years old. I'm a professional personal trainer. It's so important to be in good health and to be fit and take care of yourself. How it makes you feel inside is amazing. And yet, when you look in the mirror, what you see necessarily isn't what you feel inside. Plexiderm, seriously, honest to God, it's amazing. There's nothing there, like the bags are gone.
The instant results are from naturally based silicates found in shale rock. Once applied, your skin tightens and firms, rapidly reducing the appearance of under-eye bags and wrinkles in minutes. This New Year is the best time to try Plexiderm at our starter price of only $14.95. So if under-eye bags make you look tired or feel older, take action this New Year and see that younger-looking you. Your solution is at plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
Don't miss the Smith Brothers Factory Authorized New Year's Sale on now at Wanakee Furniture ETC. Select from many styles on our showroom floor or custom order the Amish crafted furniture that's right for you.
Happy New Year!
With New Year's right around the corner and all the football get-togethers coming up, we've created a bite-sized appetizer that's a cross between a cheesy cornbread and the best crab cake you've ever tasted. Sounds incredible, huh? Well, it is. To throw this together, all we have to do is combine a box of corn muffin mix with some panko breadcrumbs, a good amount of shredded cheddar cheese, some cream cheese, butter, a beaten egg, milk, sliced scallions, and a few spices. After this is mixed, we stir in some crab meat. You want to do this gently so the chunks of crab don't break up. Now we roll them so they're about the size of a cocktail meatball and fry them until the outside is golden and the center is cooked through. And in case you're wondering if you can make these ahead of time, you can. Simply reheat them on a cookie sheet in the oven. Maybe serve them up with your favorite dipping sauce and let the party begin. To get the recipe for our cheesy crab poppers, all you have to do is visit our website. I'm Howard in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found a get the party started way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
Thank you, Howard. Over to Kelly. It's amazing, Kelly, to see all the snow gone.
Yeah, we quickly melted that yesterday with temperatures in the 50s. It's quite a bit cooler this morning. Now this afternoon, we're only in the upper 20s and low 30s. We're not going to rise a whole lot, but maybe a little bit of sunshine peeking through this afternoon. Pretty quiet most of the weekend. Our bigger storm system moves in next week with mainly rain Monday and Tuesday.
All right. Thanks, Kelly. See you back here at 5.